Hello, my YouTube family, and welcome once again to my cheesy little channel. As you can see, I'm in an ice cold Lab Squatch 1. I apologize for the background. We got quite a bit of wind going on. There's a warm front that's moving through, and we're going to have that going through the next couple days, so it's bringing some pretty hefty winds with it. So that's probably what you're hearing in the background. Before I read you this story from North Carolina that I had told you about, I want to give you a little bit of background on it. I've actually been mulling this over since September of this year. And the reason being, number one, is because there is as you know, a fake wannabe research group out of that state, and I really didn't want them to be able to get their talons into any of these people or the area. But after talking to the people, and they understood exactly who they were after they did some of their own research. They said that there's, if they go up there looking for trouble, they're going to find it pretty quick, like, because most of it's private land anyway. So some of it's has some public easement back up in there, but unless you've been way back up there in the hills and hollers, as they call it, you're not going to get there without being confronted. Which maybe I hope they do. maybe I hope they do try to go back up in there. But anyway, a little bit of the back history with this is because of the area that in North Carolina this is at. The people in this particular area are not as financially secure, so there was some issues with phones and devices on how we were going to communicate back and forth. And I normally don't do this, but I thought, well, I'll take a chance. And it turned out that these people, just like most of the people that live up in the hills and stuff like that, their word is rock solid. And what I did was I went to the local Walmart and I bought a relatively cheap smartphone for $100, I think it was, and I sent 2 months worth of airtime with it to these people. And as I said, man, as soon as they got it up and running and figured everything out with it, I was the first one that they called. So, and we've been talking on and off quite a bit since then, and I've come to know them. And because of because this, believe it or not, simple things like this it's not new to them, but it's like a whole new world. It opened up a whole new door or gate for them, so to speak. And I got to meet most of their families. They packed themselves into one of their old houses there, and it's just great, great people. Extremely humbling. It's just sad that people like this get such a bad reputation just because we don't live like they do. And I think it's just in reverse. I mean, that's how it was, and sometimes I wish that's how it would be again. But anyway, great, honest, down to earth people that you can trust all day long, and that's hard to find. And I love their dialogue. I just love that thick mountain. And I'm not saying this in any disrespect, obviously, but that backwoods dialogue that they have is just so. It's just America. It's just America, and there are some other people I've talked to out there that kind of have it. Bart, and they have that kind of southern accent. But the closest that's come to this is War Criminal. I just love talking to War Criminal. I love hearing his voice, and it just I just love listening to that type of it's almost like a different language. And again, that's in no disrespect by any means. It's with all the respect in the world, actually. It's just they're just different people, and I just the honesty and the sincerity is just overwhelming. So anyway, enough of doting on those people, even though they need more. um, I actually, instead of getting another email from these people, they actually, as you can hear it, they took the time to write me a letter and send it to me. Do you believe that? Who does that anymore? Nobody. Everybody's so damn lazy they can't put pen to paper anymore, and I'm just as guilty of it. But it's just, there again, it's just so nice that people actually take the time to be to make everything human again. Um, I've really felt like I've made friends with these people, and I hope it continues. And hell, I'll send them a damn phone card every month if I have to, just to keep in communications with them. But uh, I'm going to get to this letter real quick, and it's obviously written in their hand. I mean, I'm not the best at reading other people's letters, so there is going to be some mess ups in there, but most everything that, well, everything that you hear is going to be in their in their dialogue. So take that into consideration. Then I'll tell you a little bit more after the letter about how they got a hold of me. So anyway, it starts out, "Hey brother, it was great talking to you. Want you to know you are an inspiration to many. Be proud to know your story has reached the ears of people here in the mountains and hollers. Your voice rings true to the folks that matter. That's us. Early October 2015, me and my brother Christopher were small game hunting north of Grayson, North Carolina, close to the Burnt School Cemetery around 9 a.m. It was windy and wet. I think we were getting some kind of after effects from a hurricane or some kind of storm or something. We're on an old dirt road that will take you damn near to Tennessee through the back hills. There's strange going-ons back up in those hills, but that's for a different day. We just passed the cemetery when we heard a ear-vibrating roar. We both said at the same time, 'Bear.' And from the vocals, it was a monster-sized one. We noticed a nasty, rancid smell in the air. My thought was the bear had done some digging back there in the cemetery or done shit itself." Sorry. We cautiously moved our way up the muddy road around a hairpin curve just as we come into the straits. Chris gave me a quick jab to the arm with the butt of his .22 rifle because I was looking up in the trees. I looked at him and I said, "Hey, what the hell, bro?" His eyes slowly, turn the page here, slowly rolled to the right as he put his finger over his lips, saying, "Shh." There on the side of the hill, right before the road, not more than 50 feet from us, squatted, down next to a huge fallen pine, was the biggest damn thing we ever seen in all of our years. We stood froze like statues, watching this monster roll this massive 30-foot pine from a squatting position. After 60 seconds or so, it hit the old pine with both fists like it was pissed off or something. Bark and rotten soft wood flew 6 feet in all directions. It stood up, leaned its head back, and roared like something not from this world. It made a series of high-pitched whistle sounds, then stomped off up the hill like it was pissed off like a little kid. As soon as it was out of sight, we hightailed it back to the Suburban. We got home shortly after. My brother and I aren't pussies, so we don't care what no one says. We told a few kin about it, and they told us just leave it alone and there'll be no problems that will follow you. You can use mine and Chris's name if you need to. We weren't scared of this monster, but we knew our places right then and there. You keep smacking the loudmouths in the teeth, brother. We got your back. Forever, Liam and Chris. So there's their encounter, and normally I try to debunk things. I get a video back to you, giving you my take on it. But after speaking to them for this amount of time, I 100% believe their story. I believe it happened, and with talking to some of the older folks that are there, when they do their live chat or whatever on their phone with me, they know these things are up there. Uh, they try to coexist with them, and believe it or not, they've never ever had any problems with them. They've never had anything stolen, any kind of animals killed. They do hear, some vocalizations and stuff like that every once in a while, but it's not often. But they do know these things are living around them. So I think that's kind of cool. Um, Again, I just I just feel so humbled that people that I feel like they're a world away, know who I am, and they originally see when they wanted to get on and to learn about these things, they had to find rides clear into the local libraries and get on the internet and stuff like that, and actually had to have people show them how to do it, or if one of the family members did have a cell phone that was a smartphone, they had to wait forever for them to get time on it, and sometimes they said the phone would be so long expired without having time on it, they wouldn't rehook the phone back up on them. So it kind of gives you a feel of the where this is at and the situations that they're in. So when they did do their research, like so many people, for whatever reason, like I said, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe there's a reason for everything. They went to Cryptid Studies Institute and heard about my story there. Then, of course, from there, my channel, and then that's how they got my email, and that's how we've been conversating. So that's kind of the genesis of how they originally got a hold of me. But there it is, people, in black and white. These are good, honest, the basis of Christianity is what these people are. So I have no problem believing them for 1 second. And they said that they're actually going to get more people in their area that have had encounters with these things. And I don't know, maybe it's something that if you guys want me to start reading their stories. I don't want to try to copy Bart by any means. He's the master of reading stories and stuff like that. So I don't want you to think, I'm trying to, branch off of his, coattails, so to speak. But I would really like to share these with you people. And if they're willing to, my God, take the time to write me an actual letter or however they're going to do it, I'd sure like to share it with you guys. You let me know what you think. But everybody have a great day. And always, God bless. Godspeed. We'll chat again.